but now I even know why it's rocked my world. I have been crucified with Christ. It's no longer I who live, but Christ lives in me. Yet not I, but Christ lives in me, and the life I now live, well, I said that twice. The whole verse is on here. The rest part says, the life I now live, I live by the faith of the Son of God who loved me and gave himself for me. So that's spread. Can you hear that that's spread all over past, present, and future? It's like God just went, I refuse to put this in a tense, because the Greek language had aspect. So listen to this. The key verb, co-crucified, sunestaromai, I have been crucified with. This is perfect tense. And Greek perfect tense is all about aspect. The perfect describes a completed action whose effects remain ongoing in the present. Wouldn't that have changed your life because a bunch of people are like, I know I'm really saved, but gosh, my life's not fixed. Well, that was a completed action going on right now in the present. Not merely I was crucified once, but a crucifixion has occurred whose reality continues to define my present existence. Paul is describing an ongoing participant. My present identity exists inside the ongoing reality generated by a completed co-crucifixion. Spend your whole hour in the morning with that statement and see what it does for you. Then the whole second part of the verse, which I quoted from memory to you, underscores the unfolding or arrival of the completed action over time and throughout life. I said this before. If your thing is coming by sea, you don't want to go meet it at the airport. You want to be standing on the dock. I had a Mary Englebright cartoon. I lost it. I had it for years. It said, when my ship comes in, I just want to still be out waiting on the dock, right? Can you see that sometimes we're just waiting in the wrong spot? The thing is coming. We just have not looked for it in the right way. Why? Because we looked around at other people that got answers and we went to where they got it. But God wants to show us how it's rolling out to us. Okay, Paul, would you join me? I don't even want the worship team to come yet. I'll do that in a minute, but I'm just going to call you up here because, y'all, everything and then I was back there going, I'm not going to fit this in. And I should fit it in. Okay. All of this, my friends, and I get more pushback about this one concept. This concept, just like Dave Matthews Band, divides the universe into love or hate. And the concept is fractals. But you guys, this is why I go on and on about fractals. They're the best mathematical picture of everything I'm saying. It's a simple formula. I know you don't believe me that they're simple, but I could show you some. They're not really unsimple. The formula is simple. The plane is complex. How many of you know, we always do this. We always say, keep it simple, just the cross. And that's true. However, we live in a complex plane. When you understand fractal geometry, which is just, hey, Mandelbrot and all these mathematicians did not discover it or invent it. God made it and they just unearthed it. You, in the complex plane, which is like life, don't worry about what it is. I can tell you later. You might not love it. I don't know. But I can tell you, it doesn't matter. Life is complex. Simple things iterate. The aspect of a simple function or dysfunction is it cycles through. How many of you live long enough to know that some of your behaviors have iterated? And how many of you live long enough to know God's lessons also iterate? So you go, how many of you have done this move? I've done this move a million times. Like, what am I learning? What is this wrong? What's it? Oh, it's that again. I thought we did that. It took me years to realize we did do that, and we're still doing that. Because most of us have something at the core of us that God's loving us into or out of. Get me? That's the cross done as a fractal. And what I want to submit to you is that the big, the tiny, and everything in between, the here, the there, the time, the lack of time, eternity, now, there's a fractal of the cross spread across all of it. There's no place in your life where you need something new that wasn't already accomplished. It was, but you're living the Zoom. If you want to go further, go on YouTube, Google fractal zoom, and just watch a while. It's a simple formula moving through time. Here's some more blue writing. I don't really know what it says, but I'm going to read it because the blue was this morning and it's hot off the press. I wrote, if this complex plane is your big messy life, the finished work of the cross is currently rolling out all over it. And what we've done is we've tried to graph the simple in the simple plane, and people walk away going, well, my life's messed. Mess, welcome. God can handle it. In other words, we've made Christians feel like they had to clean up their mess before they received the cross, and nothing could be farther from the truth. The cross specializes in messy. So I just used the word rolling out, which brings me to this. Long before, in the 1800s, long before fractals had been mathematically identified, Hokusai, a Japanese artist, painted the Great Wave. Do you see the fractals? This is full of fractals. Every wave is broken down to smaller iterations of the same shape. And I just love this. But I also mentioned to you that I love this whole roll tide, because one of the big motions that the aspect shows you is that things are rolling out over time. They're completed and yet rolling out. Got me? So, we've been talking about the cross, the Spirit, God, unfolding himself, coming like water or rolling out across time. What if the pulses of heaven are always rolling in? I think that's a pretty good non-dualistic worldview. Now the worship team can come. Okay, now I'm gonna make a point about the cross. I feel like I wanna give you a preview. There's no nerd alerts on these last two slides. Well, that could be. There's 2 slides. Can I do these 2 slides? One is really important, and the second one is just a real breathing space. And we're going to close with the breathing space. Paul, this is what we're going to close with, and you get to close. Just breathe in that. Breathe in that. Yes. Okay. All right. There's one aspect I saved for you in particular. Remember when I said we're going to talk about timestamp? I'm going to tell you a super quick story. This punctiliar aspect, doesn't that sound like punctual? Point in time. This is an action that takes place at a single precise point in time, like it had